This is cold start. Well, not really. It's about 78 degrees out here. We had another cold front blow through here. That was what all the rain was about. I wish it would get to be summertime and we get some heat out there and make that stuff grow. But anyhow, need to crank this. It ain't been cranked 48 hours. So anyhow, with this tractor, take that steering wheel and yank it like that. It does something with reducing the pressure on the power steering hydraulics. Don't give it throttle, turn key. There and run a little bit. I don't like to put any type of stress on a cold diesel, even though I'm only just going to move it, but still, that's just me. That additional herbicide that I added this year to take care of grass is called Volunteer. And here's a little instruction book. And you got to read right much of an instruction book to get to the core of what you want. But I was putting it on soybean, and that's the number of days before harvest. And the amount was a pretty good little range here, 6 to 16 ounces to an acre. And since I was saturating, because I had a lot of weed cover out there and I was going heavy with the water, I was up at 25 gallons to the acre. I jacked this on up to about 14 ounces and it worked pretty good. Okay, here's what I got. I got that sitting up on that. I got those two big, those are 5" by 5" posts wedged up in there. Pressure's equal on both sides. Posts aren't the same length, but I got them slanted to compensate for that. And I got one thing that happened over here that kind of concerned me. That thing right there leaned back a little bit. I walked up to it and said, okay, what would happen if I kicked it? And it stayed. So forward would be here. That would pull that. Pull it a little bit more. Power of the screw. Okay, now that's got that pulling forward because that wanted to lean back. Those are still tight. Yeah. I think I've got it in here now where I can trust it. Both the nuts, bolts that would have held the sweep on to the tine are spinning in there. Now, I might be able to come over here with my torch and blow that off. In fact, the more that I look at it, the more that I think I can. It's worth trying. Yeah. Let's see, I'm going to be shooting a fire over there on the grass, and there's a garden hose for putting that out. Alright, let's see what happens. Not enough air. All right, struggling here. I'm sorry y'all couldn't be a part of that, but I had to take these video glasses off and put the goggle thing on. When I finally got the torch set right, that right there is a magnet thing I used to pick them up off the ground. But that's the what's left of the, let's see, what do you call that thing? Plowshare bolt? I don't know. But it cut it off right there, right pretty. Now I'm missing the part with the nut, but I think that ended up being slag. And then that's the other one I was fighting. Still see a little bit of the threads on that. Alright, I'm going to try this one more time. See if I can let y'all watch this one. Alright, there's there. That's unstuck. Not enough air. All right. Man, that is a nice tool. Jameson, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me to get this wonderful tool. Man, that saves so much misery and aggravation. Thank you. Now, that's got to be turned off. This one where it burned through, there's a piece, burned through in that. And it's kind of like they made a pair and they made a pair, and I'm not finding his mate. I think that's the one I melted so bad before I got it adjusted right. He's probably all of that debris you see stuck on there. But I'll probably go out there and wave this magnet around some more and see what else I can get off of that, because that'll sure get a tire. Alright, again I want to mention my thanks and thankfulness to my friend Jameson. Jameson, thank you so much for seeing me struggle here on this farm without a torch. Jameson helped me greatly in getting this. He gave me these regulators, and the kit came with the hose and the torch handle and the little striker thing and the goggle things. Jameson, thank you so much for that. I mean, I've got 3 bolts out of these S-tines that won't do nothing but spin, and you know, and it was just so simple being able to heat that and blow that molten metal out of there, and now I can just bolt stuff back together. And I'm thinking the rest of these I want to change out here tonight. When I put the impact wrench on them, they're just going to come out. I just got a feeling that's going to happen, because I changed all these things out a couple of years ago. To the exciting part. Now, the old trick worked. I put the impact wrench on this old thing right here, and it spun it loose until that pushed up and started turning. See, there's a square shoulder on that right there. But there's a trick I came up with, or actually God gave it to me. Credit where credit's due. You can take this vice grip with the shovel on there and just catch it on the corner. Make sure that square part goes back down in the square hole and hold it down with that. And then you can finish getting it off with the impact thingamabob. Now, these are worn so severely, I do not want to put them back on there. Things go right, you break it loose, you feel it get loose. Before that square head on that bolt comes out of that shoe, start pushing up on the shoe and you can get it right out like that. When things go right. And every now and then they do. Yep, when things go right. Yeah, I gotta have the glasses because of all the dirt falling in my eyes. But they fog up because it's hot out here and I'm sweaty. So you gotta take them off a little bit. But I've got enough bolts to do these back 2 rows tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. But I'm not reusing these. Make sure that's all good. Yeah, it's critical that you reach up there and grab it before that thing can spin on you. Alright, let's get another one. Well, rest break. Neck's killing me. Alright, here's what I was going on about as I was crawling across there, getting all these sweeps off. When I built this, put these cinder blocks here to hold this thing up, that outside sweep over here has got a nut and a bolt right there. And see the tight space I created? Kind of like working on a Ford. It's always a spot like that when you're working on a Ford product. But I can get a pull bar and a socket on that, and maybe it'll break loose. It'll probably be fun. Let's spray it and drink coffee. Dagnabbit. Well, I've been sitting here having so much fun with this, I thought I'd invite you back to the party. This right here is giving me a real appreciation for that electric impact wrench. Listen to this in there. Yep, that went. Good old vice grip. Vice grip's a great tool. There we go. Back 2 rows are off. Brush a little dirt off like that with a wire brush. Crawl back through there and spin brand new nuts and bolts. They spin right on. They'll be nice.